Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Focus Vandalia. My name is Rich Hopkins. I'm the communications manager for the city. And on today's program, we're going to take you inside a special presentation put on by the Division of Police that could help you safeguard your identity and your credit cards. We're also going to check in with our Fire Chief, Chad Follick, tell you why a Montgomery County tornado warning did not necessitate the severe weather siren sounding here in Vandalia. But our first stop today is here at the former Morton Middle School site. As you can see right now, it's an empty field. But if efforts by our city manager's office prove fruitful, this field could be developed sometime in the very near future. The former Morton Middle School site has been an empty field for a few years now, but efforts to develop it have been ongoing. Assistant City Manager Greg Shackelford says a local law firm was very close to buying the lot, but just last month chose another Vandalia location to locate.
So with that news, we went back out and started trying to get in touch with some of the leads that we had on some prior deals or deal opportunities, and we have an interested developer right now that has a physicians group that's interested in buying that would probably look to buy the entire lot.
Shackelford says the lot has some positives for a company looking for exposure.
It's about 10 acres, and for a 10-acre lot, there's not a lot of frontage, so that's a little bit of a challenge. But we're hoping that the way that they would structure this deal, we would probably be looking to our second meeting in April to talk with council in an executive session and kind of make sure everybody's kind of on the same page.
Just down the road away is Stone Quarry Crossings, where Superior Abrasives are inching closer to a big grand opening.
They're probably looking to open in May, June. But they have the asphalt down on the parking area. A lot of the exterior is done for the manufacturing area. They're working on right now. They got all the glass in the front of the building, and it's a beautiful facility. The front of the building has got a framing like an S for Superior. And what that means to Vandalia is we'll have a turnkey situation with 85 employees coming over from Harrison Township right away.
Shackelford says the move-in is a little tricky as company officials balance the need to relocate with the need to keep customers supplied.
We'll probably have to do a plant shutdown for maybe a week or two, which is a challenge for them because they have the construction project that they're working through already, but then they have the timing of the business continuation of trying to keep the business running as long as they possibly can to keep their clients satisfied, and then they have to rig the equipment into the new Vandalia location.
There's also potential good news from the Northwoods Business Park in the city's northeast corner.
The good news about that is we had a lot of information that we put together for that park is going through a site certification right now. At least we're going to get some strong feedback on what some of the weaknesses are there, but obviously it would be important to us, especially as we continue to sell the land at Stone Quarry. That will be probably our number one targeted site. There's over 300 acres there that are available to develop. Most projects we look at are somewhere between maybe 5 to 50 acres of land of interest. So that's a significantly larger amount of available property than we have at Stone Quarry.
Shackelford says with any luck, the Northwoods Business Park will begin to see a storm of activity. A storm of a different sort had folks asking questions this past month. Despite a tornado warning for Montgomery County, the severe weather sirens in Vandalia were not activated. We asked Fire Chief Chad Follick to explain.
Our policy in the city of Vandalia, and a lot of the policies around the cities around us, is that we will only set the sirens off when the danger is imminent to Vandalia. And people say, well, how do you know that? The National Weather Service issues those storm warnings. They're the foremost experts in those storm warnings. So that's how we get our information. If they lay down the polygon, the storm polygon on the radar, and it puts Vandalia in the path of that storm, then they will notify us via the weather radios that we have in dispatch, also via our phone call system that we have here, and we will make the sirens go off from that point.
Follick says it's a good idea to check local media and weather radios if the weather looks threatening, and that the sirens in Vandalia are not designed to alert people in their homes.
The sirens are an outdoor warning system. You should not be depending on the sirens to tell you when to go in or when to put your kids inside or when to get your pets inside or any of that information. They're an outdoor warning system. We placed them in outdoor venues around the city that are highly populated, especially during these periods where the weather's really nice. So you should depend on either drop messages to your phone from one of the news stations, meteorologists, or the National Weather Service, or storm radios, which we were several years ago, handed out about 250 of them, so we know they're out there. So those storm radios, that information comes directly from the National Weather Service, and that's the foremost experts in those storms.
There were experts of a different sort in Vandalia in late March, showing folks how to avoid getting ripped off by credit card skimmers.
We have Joe Harris from Montgomery County Auditor's Office. He's the chief inspector. He sees these on a daily basis and does inspections, as well as he's doing a statewide, going out doing informational sessions. And you have Natalie Dunleavy from National Processing Solutions. That's her company. She handles this as well. She's the expert too, and she's going along with Joe, and they're working it together to combat this throughout the state of Ohio.
Crime Prevention Officer Doug Nagel says the free seminar is needed to combat a very disturbing trend in identity theft, using skimmers to steal your account information.
Skimmers are quite prevalent, not necessarily in our region, but like I said, as a nation as a whole. You'll see them on your gas pumps. Now they're showing up, inside the gas stores, stuff like that. So it's just even ATMs. They're hitting ATMs as well. So it's just making those subtle notices that you'll see every time you go to that might appear that can prevent.
A full house was on hand at the Justice Center to hear the experts' advice.
And it's just teaching you on how to, prevent getting your credit card information stolen, getting your personal information stolen, and then that being used against you to make fake credit cards, to use your fake information to purchase items such as gift cards. And it's a national trend right now that everybody's trying to combat.
As the skimmer trend shows no sign of slowing down, Nagel says there are some simple things you need to look for when using your credit card out at a local business.
The first tip you're going to look for is if you're on the outside at a gas pump, you're going to look for a tamper-proof seal. You're going to look at that, make sure maybe it has the business name, the auditor's name, anything that would come back to the company or like the county or something like that. You're going to look for that, make sure it's not broken, make sure it's intact, it doesn't say void. The second is if you go to the ATM, if you go to the gas pump as well, look at how the credit card machine actually works. How thick it is, kind of maybe give it a gentle little shake, see if it moves. Those should not move. See if it moves, as well as the keypad. They're even installing stuff, the keypad, so they can get your zip code. Even give that a little shake, make sure it's not loose. None of that, when it's properly installed, is ever loose.
There will be more of these seminars later this year, so if you're interested in attending the next one, keep an eye peeled.
We had great response. I mean, as you would watch people walk in the beginning, you had no idea what they were really coming into. Kind of had a general idea. Then you hear the numerous questions when we're 5, 10, 15 minutes in, just questions popping up. And then they come out with a better realization of how it is and how individually they can help prevent this crime from happening just by making those subtle notices to the ATM, to the gas pump, even if you're inside, just noticing different stuff.
Our last stop today is at the Vandalia Recreation Center, where organizers are gearing up for this summer's big corporate challenge.
It's for Vandalia businesses who are looking for something for their employees to get together in a different environment outside of the work hours and participate in a handful of kind of competitive and non-competitive events. We've got events ranging from a home run derby in softball to basketball challenges to soccer challenges to cornhole and euchre. We run the gamut of activities to do June 5th through the 10th.
Parks and Rec Superintendent Jeff Kreil is the contact person for the corporate challenge. He says it's an event that pays big dividends to companies.
It is a great team building event. It's great to see your buddies that you work with outside of the work environment where they can relax, have some fun, and do a lot of fun, different events.
Kreil says one of the best things about the corporate challenge might be its very affordable price tag.
For a business to participate, it's $250. That $250 will get you 20 T-shirts that they'll pass out to participating members. It'll get you the 5 days of organized events. We conclude the corporate challenge with a picnic on Friday night, so you get a dinner and Awards are given out to event winners and overall winners. So for $250, it's a great investment for businesses to employ for their employees.
If this sounds like something you might want your business to be involved in, there's an upcoming meeting you'll want to attend.
We are having a Corporate Challenge social kickoff on April 15th at the Vandalia Rec Center starting at noon. At that meeting, we'll have a light pizza lunch and some drinks, and we'll just share all the different things that we're going to be offering this year. So it's a great time to come, hear a little bit about it, make a decision if you want to participate, and then we'll go from there.
Talking about the summer, if you're looking for a safe and supervised place for your children to hang out, Camp Rec might be for you.
Camp Rec will begin May 31st through August 12th. We offer daily and weekly registration rates. It's a day full of fun packed from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Mondays we go to Castle Hill Swimming Pool. Wednesday is a different field trip each week. Swimming, climbing the wall, outside, keep them busy all day long.
Recreation Supervisor Brittany Oliver says the camp is perfect for parents of younger kids they'd rather not have sitting home alone and unsupervised.
For the working parents, so that's why we are open from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can drop them off and pick them up anytime that you would like, but we do offer those long hours for the working parents.
Registration for Camp Rec begins on April the 20th, which is also the first day you can register for a very popular fall sport.
We're starting baseball season, but actually thinking about our next sport that we offer, and that would be fall soccer. And we're talking about them in April because registration begins April 20th for fall soccer. We offer a program for 3-year-olds up to 17-year-olds, boys and girls. Great facility here at the sports complex that we use to play our games. Great program for the kids. So sign up early if you do. If you can online, save $10 by registering online, or stop into the front desk of the rec center and register.
Recreation Supervisor Alicia McCracken says the soccer program is one of the most popular programs offered through Parks and Recreation, as evidenced on any given soccer Saturday. If you're interested in any of the programs you saw today, be it the soccer, be it the Camp Rec, there's a couple of options you have to get signed up. One, you can stop right here at the front desk of the Rec Center and they'll get you squared away. You can also check it all out online, VandaliaRecCenter.com. That's going to do it for this edition of Focus Vandalia. I'm Rich Hopkins. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.